Iowa train videos here. I'm here in Waterloo, Iowa. I've got an eastbound CN coming. The only reason I know he's coming because he states when he's at milepost 285. And that's about 6 miles west of here or so. So I just happened to hear it on the scanner, and that's my heads up. Otherwise, I usually miss these eastbounds. Should be the L570. Yeah, early April 2022 here in Iowa. It's not very nice out, pretty windy. Man, got some UP power on the head. Yeah, UP with a ditch light out. They got a nice mixed power on there. CSX. Approaching the Jackson Junction, and probably doing some work. There's some old CN hoppers there, doing some work in the Waterloo yard. That kind of a long one for the 570. Usually the 570 tends to be a little bit shorter. There's an old ICG bulkhead car. Yeah, shooting this footage along what they call the diagonal road. No drone today, way too windy. Plus I'm too close to the airport here. You only fly so close to the airport without special authorization. That involves contacting the FAA and stuff. Yeah, got some fresher looking CN cars here. Them look pretty slick. Fresh paint jobs. Looks like some new wheels. I'm guessing they're probably remanned cars. Look like some fresh wheels on these tank cars too. No placards on them. Yeah, it's starting to slow down for the Waterloo yard there. Well, eastbound CN here in Waterloo, Iowa. Red's Iowa train videos. That was a good one. Got to see him do a little flying there. That's cool. A pretty looking bird. You can suck down a big fish at once, it looks like. Oh, Big Woods Lake, Cedar Falls, Iowa, a bunch of pelicans. Well, Red's Iowa train videos, Cedar Falls, Iowa. We're off the Osage Sub right here. Got the EJ&E doing some work here. It's lashed up to a couple of CN locomotives, so I haven't seen that before. So yeah, I'm working with the boxcars here at the local distribution center, and then they had some grain cars left over sitting around. So yeah, this is the Mona Junction. This is where the Waterloo subdivision and the Osage subdivision come together right here. He's bleeding off air right now here in between.
Alright, J665, I'm all clear. Got your line locked main here. RTC authorized shove move, shove back, clear crossing.
So he's...
RTC shove move, we're lining for the main on the Osage. Head, moving across the 66. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, gonna make a shove move. It's not very often I see him block this crossing here. This is usually pretty open, so they're gonna hook up to some more cars, and then they're gonna head to the Waterloo yard here after a little bit once they hook up. So they had to make headroom once. They had to get this signal twice. I heard them talking to the dispatcher. So once to get the headroom, back up, should be hooking up to something and come back out, and then they're gonna head back to the Waterloo yard, head back east. So we're backing into the Osage Sub right now. And those box cars come from that standard distribution warehouse we got here behind me. Yeah, not a very pleasant day. It's windy, it's overcast. Spring in Iowa is usually not the best. An interesting, that's pretty interesting there. Looks like a dog or something. Hey, shove moving pretty fast. That's an old looking locomotive, got the bell hanging in front of the cab. That's more of a common one there. Then you got the EJ&E 665. There's 2 or 3 of them running around the Waterloo area. So the CN uses those EJ&E SD38s for switchers. So, yeah, he's gonna be hooking back up, I think, to a little bit longer train here, so catch him in a little bit here. Well, there he is after he made that shove move now, that EJ&E SD38. Coming back up to the crossing. This should be his final move. He should be heading east to the Waterloo yard. Heading to the Waterloo yard now. Yeah, I like that old SD38. Pretty good looking old locomotive, really. The GF638C, whatever that is. That's a GF630N. Yep, so there they go, off the Osage Sub and onto the Waterloo Sub, heading east to the Waterloo yard. So we'll see what he's got on there for more cars now. Yeah, they had that train was tied down there at 1300, so they're just moving it now. Another crew tied it down. Then that EJ&E locomotive hooked up to those 2 CN engines, and then they're doing the work and pulling it back to the yard. not sure what he hooked up to. I think he just hooked up to one other boxcar, so. That's an old dog of a boxcar there. Well, EJ&E doing some work. Heading east in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Red's Iowa Trade Videos.